2, different materials can be combined for a particular purpose. Investigate the effects of mixing materials together. Our WALT for today. Today we are learning to combine different materials for a particular purpose. The materials today are the ingredients for Play-Doh. We are going to mix some of the ingredients together to make Play-Doh. Our will for today. So what I'm looking for is for you to be able to record materials, draw a diagram, and write some notes about the effects. Okay? So our first part of our experiment today is looking at this Play-Doh. So when you look at this Play-Doh, can you see any of the ingredients in the Play-Doh?
No.
Why don't you think you can see them?
Because they're all mixed together.
So you think they've all mixed together and that's why you cannot see the ingredients? Okay, I'd like you to open up to your booklet to your 4-columned page that is labelled with the material 1, material 2, what do you see, and the notes that we've lined up previous lesson. Okay, so for our experiment today, the first 2 ingredients we are going to combine is flour and salt. So don't draw anything just yet, I'm going to show you what we're doing first. So in my cup, I'm going to combine 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay? So 2 level tablespoons of flour in my cup. Okay? So in materials 1, I would like you to draw 2 level tablespoons of flour and label it with flour. Okay? Then in your materials number 2, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of salt. So drawing that into your materials 2, 1 tablespoon of salt and labeling it with salt. Okay. So I would like you to make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen when you mix these ingredients together?
They're not going to mix together because the flour is soft and the salt is rough.
Okay, so the flour is soft and the salt is rough. Okay, try and mix it together for me and see what happens. What are you seeing in the cup? What is happening?
They're mixing together.
Okay. Very good. So was your prediction right or wrong, do you think?
Wrong.
What did you think you were going to see in the cup when you put the materials together?
They were going to separate.
They would separate. Okay, very good. So I would like you to now draw in the what do you see, a diagram of what you see in your cup. So if I were to draw the diagram, I would pretty much be drawing flour. Very good. Okay. Make sure you're self-checking with my board that you're getting it right as well. Okay, so the next ingredient we're going to add is oil. So, actually, sorry, in your notes section, I'd like you to write whether your prediction was right or wrong. Or whether you think they mixed together well or they didn't mix together well. Okay, so the next one we're going to add is oil. So in materials 1, I would like you to draw all the materials we've added so far. So what will we draw first?
2 tablespoons of flour.
Very good. And what else will we draw?
And salt.
Very good.
1 tablespoon of salt.
So remembering to label them so we know which ones are which. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. So in your next material, I'd like you to write oil. Okay, and I'm going to add the oil into our cup. So 1 tablespoon of oil. Okay, I'd like you to make a prediction now of what you think will happen.
They won't mix together because the salt is rough, the flour is soft, and the oil is running.
So you don't think they will combine together?
No.
Okay, so I would like you to try combine them now for me and see what happens. See if your prediction is right. Okay, so what are you finding in your cup? What's happening with the materials?
They're mixing together.
They're all mixing together. So was your prediction in this case right or wrong?
Wrong.
Okay, very good. So in your diagram, I'd like you to draw what you see in your cup now. So drawing what you see in your cup. So again, in our cup, it just looks like they've all combined well, and they look like the flour. Okay, so in your notes section, I'd like you to write some notes about what you found, whether your prediction was right, whether they mixed together, or whether they didn't mix together. Very good. Okay, so now that's all we're going to mix for today. That's the only ingredients we're going to combine. So now I would like you to decide whether you think that we have achieved our learning goal for today. So our learning goal for today was to combine different materials for a particular purpose. Our purpose to make Play-Doh. So even though we haven't mixed all the ingredients together, we have mixed some. Do you think we have gained that learning goal for today?
Yes.
Yes.